Hello, traders. FX Pip Collector here. Today is Friday, March 6th, and this is my morning market breakdown of the US dollar pairs, including gold and a couple of the yen pairs. As always, we like to start off with the dollar index because that basically tells us exactly what to do with all the rest of the dollar pairs themselves. And like I've been saying for several weeks now, this is either an A or 1. This first push up is A or 1. This move down is a corrective wave B or a corrective wave 2. That means that this whole push up that we're currently in is likely either a wave 3 or a wave C. We are at a very, very crucial point to try to decide whether it's a 3 or a C. If it's a wave C, this 100% Fibonacci extension of wave A would be exactly where you would expect this to actually turn down and start a brand new downtrend, which would eventually go down and take out these previous lows. If it's not a wave C and it's actually a wave 3, then this 100% Fibonacci extension right here would only be resistance within an uptrend, and it would continue to make higher highs and higher lows. So very, very crucial point. Two very, very different directions, different analysis in two different directions, but that is very common. We just got to try to figure out if we get the end of a trend right here on sort of time frames. If we do get the end of a trend, then it potentially would start a brand new downtrend. If we don't get the end of a trend, then it likely will continue to make higher highs, higher lows in a wave 3. Because of my weekly time frame analysis, I still think that this right here is a low on the weekly, and I still think that this is a wave 1, I think this is a wave 2, and I think we're currently in a wave 3, which means that it's potentially just going to keep on going up. So going all the way down to the 1 hour time frame, I would definitely be doing nothing but looking for logs. Like I was saying yesterday, to me, it really looks like it potentially already made an ABC right here. I really wouldn't be surprised if this is like a wave 1, this is a wave 2, and it just kept on trending up for a wave 3. Today is non-farm payroll news, and that potentially, hopefully, is going to help us identify whether this is a C or whether this is a 3 on the daily time frame. And I will be in a live stream today on Zoom with all my website premium members during the news event. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out my website, fxpipcollector.com. So anyways, we need to take this information and apply it to all the dollar pairs themselves, starting off with the euro dollar. Like I've been saying all week, the euro dollar is in a very crucial point. We just recently broke this low, which definitely could act as support. We just also hit the 161.8 Fibonacci extension, which definitely also could be support. If the dollar is going to form a wave C, then this will start a brand new uptrend. If the dollar is actually in a wave 3, which is what I think it is, then this potentially will just keep on going down. There's definitely no reason yet to say that this is going up, but today's news definitely could possibly change that. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, all week long, I've been doing nothing but looking for shorts. It's been a very, very slow week in my opinion, but I still think that this right here is an ABC pullback. This right here looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down. This looks like another ABC pullback. I think this is the end of a pullback right here, and I do think there's a very good likelihood this is at least going to go down to retest the 161.8. And based on the higher time frame analysis, I really wouldn't be surprised if it just kept on trending. Moving on to the pound dollar, basically exactly the same as the euro dollar. We just recently took out this low right here, which definitely could act as support. We also got the 100% Fibonacci extension, which would likely be a good area of support. If the dollar really is a wave C, then this will turn up and start a brand new uptrend. If the dollar is really a wave 3, then this will actually just keep on going down. So very, very crucial point on many of these pairs, in my opinion. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, this has also been very sideways. The market really seems like it's waiting for something. I don't really know if it's waiting for NFP or if it's waiting to figure out what's going on with Iran, but definitely very, very slow market this week, in my opinion. This looks like an ABC correction. Just like the euro dollar, it did make 5 waves down, then it made another corrective up. I am definitely still very bearish based on the higher time frames, which means I still think there's a good likelihood that this will keep on going down. I personally am still doing nothing but looking for shorts in a downtrend. Moving on to the Aussie dollar, back up to the daily time frame. Now, like I've been saying, the Aussie dollar is one of the ones that is definitely very convincing that this is just a pullback within an uptrend, meaning that it potentially could make a higher low, and just keep on going up. But it really depends on the US dollar analysis. If the dollar is really a wave C, then this will turn up and it will keep going up. If the dollar is really a wave 3, then it will go down and it will break structure and potentially start a new downtrend to the downside. Definitely a very crucial point on all the dollar pairs. Going down to the 1 hour time frame is where we got our Fibonacci retracement on the last impulsive move down. Price did make a very impulsive move up. That's the only problem with this is it's more impulsive than corrective. But it definitely went to the 61.8. It's definitely making a break to the downside. Looks like it's potentially a sorting opportunity, maybe even all the way back down to the 138, 150, back down to these previous lows. Because of the higher time frames and because of the dollar analysis, we are definitely only looking for shorts in a downtrend. So moving on to the US dollar CAD, back up to the daily time frame. US dollar CAD has been extremely sideways, just like many of the other pairs. Because of my main analysis on the dollar index, I still think that this could be a 1, this could be a 2, and then this could be like a subdivision, like a 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and then this potentially is going to keep on going up in a wave 3 of wave 3. To me, it definitely seems like the most likely analysis. Based on this one pair, though, I mean, structure is down until it engulfs up. But because of a US dollar analysis, I do think there's a very good likelihood that this will go up and it will keep on going. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, we got our Fibonacci retracement on this last impulsive move up. This move down looks very impulsive also, but relative to the move up, it definitely is very corrective. Went down to the 61.8. If it goes up here and breaks structure, then it's probably going to start a pretty decent move to the upside. Based on my US dollar analysis, I think that there's a good likelihood that this move to the upside may just keep on going, confirming that the daily time frame is back up instead of it being down like it currently is. So, keeping all this in mind, going down to the US dollar Swiss, back up to the daily time frame. US dollar Swiss, very similar to the other ones. I mean, I think it's a wave 1. I think this is like a running ABC right here for the 2. And I think we're potentially going to make a wave 3, which will just keep on going up on the daily. We can't rule out the possibility that this is an A, and this is a B, and this is a C, and then it turns back down. But it depends all on the dollar analysis. If the dollar is a wave C, then this is what's going to happen. If the dollar is a wave 3, then it's going to just keep on making higher highs and higher lows and just keep on trending up. Moving on to, so anyway, sorry about that. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, I'm definitely looking for longs in an uptrend. Now, it looked like it made like a wave A, it looked like it made a wave B, and it looks like it potentially sort of kept on going down to the 50 for a wave C. The problem is these sort of time frame analysis can be very deceiving. The higher time frames are which you need to trust. Higher time frames are telling you to look for longs. So we put our Fibonacci retracement from here to here. We got a 78% fib bounce. If it breaks structure, then it's probably just going to keep on going up. If it doesn't break structure, it definitely could make a lower high and make a run for the 50%. But because of a higher time frame and because of the US dollar analysis, I am very, very bullish the dollar itself, which means I need to be bullish the dollar Swiss, the dollar CAD, bearish the Aussie, the pound, and the euro. And moving on to gold, gold doesn't really care most of the time what the dollar's up to. Gold kind of does whatever gold wants to do. Gold did break structure to the downside this week, which makes me think that this wave B is complete. If this wave B is over, then yes, it definitely can go up on shorter time frames, which I think it will, but I think it needs to start a new downtrend like this for a wave C. I'm not really convinced it's going to go down and break this swing right here. It's probably going to make a higher low, but this is the daily time frame, so it's probably going to go down, take out this low, probably not break this structure, probably make a higher low, and then potentially end up continuing up from there. If this really is a wave C down, then we definitely primarily want to focus on shorts on sort of time frames. But going down to the 1 hour time frame, this is where I was saying yesterday that it does look like it potentially needs to go up again because we see a very clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. We see very clear 1, 2, 3 waves down, like a wave B. It seems to me like it potentially needs to go up to like the 61 and a 50% for a wave C before it actually ends up continuing back down. So definitely keep an eye out for a long because that is a really nice trade if it pushes all the way up to the 61%. But just keep in mind that it's probably just going to go up to a fib level and then break to the downside and then end up continuing the higher time frame downtrend. So just keep in mind that shorts are definitely going to be our primary goal looking in the near future. So moving on to the US dollar yen. US dollar yen is still going up. Now, like I've been saying, this definitely seems like a possible area of resistance right here because we just broke this high. So if it does, make a double top and then turn down and break structure, that's going to be the confirmation I would need to become very, very, very bearish. But right now, the weekly time frame is up, the daily time frame is up, and there's a good likelihood that it just keeps going up. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, I mean, I'm doing nothing but looking for shorts. The question is, like I was saying yesterday, is this a 3, a 4, and a 5? If it is a 3, 4, 5, then it'll probably go up grab all these highs and then turn down, break structure, and then eventually turn down and break the wave 4 structure. So if this is a wave 3, 4, 5, this is exactly how it's going to play out. If it's not a wave 3, 4, 5, which it definitely doesn't have to be, then it may go up, make a pullback, make a higher low, and just keep on going. If the dollar index is really a wave 3, then this is what's going to happen. It's not going to break to the downside, but instead it's going to continue to make higher highs and higher lows, which is why I would definitely recommend looking for longs until the market tells us otherwise by either breaking structure to the downside or the dollar index confirms that it's actually not going up anymore and it really is a wave C. Now moving on to the yen pairs, the other yen pairs, the euro yen. The euro yen is definitely down right now. We never did get an engulfing up. We never did get a breakup. We never did get a higher low. We are sitting at a fib level, but it's already pulled back quite a bit. According to this chart, we should be looking for shorts. Plus, simple structural analysis says lower high, lower high, lower high. It may make another lower high. It may go down and make a new lower low. So the market is definitely telling us to look for shorts on shorter time frames. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, we may possibly have already had this short. This right here looks like an A, and this is a higher low, so it's probably a way B. It might be a WXY because it's more 333, but either way, whether it's a WXY or an ABC, I don't really care. It definitely went to a fib level. Now we need to see a break of structure. If it doesn't break structure, but instead engulfs back up, then it's likely going to make a run to a higher level. If it does go down and break structure, then that's a break of structure to the downside at a fib level, which for me would be confirmation of a bigger move to the downside. According to the higher time frames, we definitely should primarily only be looking for shorts in a downtrend. Moving on to the pound yen, back up to the daily time frame. The pound yen is still bearish based on this time frame, but this thing has bounced off to 61% several times. It really looks like it wants to go up, which is quite different than many of the other yen pairs. So we have to keep an eye on it. Technically, we should probably be looking for shorts still because it has not engulfed to the upside yet at a Fibonacci level. And according to some of the other yen pairs, it may actually just keep on going down like this. So we definitely want to keep an eye out for some sorting opportunities for sure. Going down to the 1 hour time frame. Sorry about that. So on the 1 hour time frame, we have a Fibonacci retracement from here to here, but this really looks like 1, 2, 3 waves up. So we have to be a little bit cautious. This may actually bounce from fib levels, but then just keep on going down and down and down and down. It's been a very, very rangy market this week, but hopefully non-farm payroll will change that, or maybe we'll get some news from Iran that will possibly get these markets to break out and actually start trending again. Like I said, as of right now, the market is very, very overlapping, very, very trendy, very corrective, I mean. And on the 1 hour time frame, this pound yen really looks like either a WXY or an ABC. If it really is a WXY or an ABC, it potentially is now going to keep on going down. So definitely keep an eye out for some shorts. The higher time frames are still telling us that we should potentially be looking for shorts in a downtrend. So anyways, definitely check out my website, fxpipcollector.com, if you want to be part of a great trading community on Discord and you'd like to follow along with all my trades. And also, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching and happy trading.